Hi, new freshmen. Welcome to the IAM. Although there are a lot of troubles and hardships you will face here, there are many ways to overcome them. There are things called ATLs, or approaches to learning, that have helped us throughout the school year. Categories of these include social, communication, self-management, research, and thinking. Today, we will be showing you some of the struggles we faced this year and how we fixed them, including in the self-management and the affective organization and reflective perspectives, thinking critically, and social collaboration skills.
First off, we're going to talk about effective self-management struggles, which most of us face on a day-to-day basis. Finding the motivation to complete a truckload of homework after 7 long hours of school, combined with extracurricular activities and distractions, is pretty difficult. Now, let's show you how our first few weeks of school went without having mastered this skill category.
I'm gonna start this homework. I just got home. I'm gonna go on my phone. Hold on. Oh my gosh, it's so late. Oh, how am I gonna finish this?
Although trying to avoid your phone, friends, and TV can be difficult to do, there are a few simple ways to overcome these obstacles. Have your parents confiscate your phone or use apps that allow you to lock your phone, like Siempo. You can even set a schedule up and determine how long needs to be spent doing homework versus how much time you get to yourself. My personal favorite is to consider how much sleep you'll lose if you don't do your homework immediately. Throughout the course of your high school career, you are going to notice that critical thinking is a big part of learning, especially in history and literature classes. Critical thinking includes creating evidence-based arguments to support a claim and explaining why certain events are relevant or significant. Critical thinking is something a lot of us struggled with and continue to struggle with as we transition from memorizing information to evaluating it.
Okay, so I'm going to be checking in your notes right now. This is all just information. What's your critical thinking analysis? Yeah, you might want to add some in. It will be beneficial to the test. I'm going to mark you down a few points though.
Although critical thinking is a skill that can only be developed through experience and failure, it helps to remember the following key concepts: compare and contrast, perspectives, significance, and change in continuity. Consider these when dealing with vocab quizzes and critical thinking assessments. It is important to create a claim or thesis to avoid getting off topic. Critical thinking assessments should be concise, and rambling is easy to do.
Checking your notes again. This is much better. You have definitely improved with your analysis. This will definitely help you improve your test. However, you do need to improve your critical thinking, but you okay.
Reflection is essential to understanding how we can grow as people as well as students. Reflection also helps us develop learning skills. It is important to reflect on what we have improved on and what we are confused about in developing our skills. This requires us to look at and consider feedback to understand how we can improve in the future.
Yes, I got an A on my paper. Feedback. I'm golden, baby.
Oh my, okay, so I got a B. What did I do wrong? Oh, let me see. I didn't add enough analysis. Maybe I'll do that next time.
B? But this isn't my fault. This isn't fair.
I got an A! Wait, did you look at your feedback? Maybe you would have gotten better score.
That's probably a good idea for next time.
Remember to consider your teacher's feedback rather than only paying attention to your score. Often, the criticism provided by your teachers points out small mistakes that can easily be adjusted to improve your grade later. Consider what has worked for you and what needs to be modified. You'll find yourself working with others a lot in the IAM, whether it's for a group project, in a club, or a school activity. Collaborating with others effectively is important. Remember that there is no I in team, and you must learn to work cooperatively with others. Do not be controlling and demanding, but at the same time, you cannot be timid and afraid to contribute your ideas and concerns to the group.
Okay, so we need some ideas for our project that is literally in a week. What, do you have any ideas?
What's the project?
It's on the Vietnam War. We need to get some ideas down because it's a presentation that has to be 7 minutes long.
Okay. I'll
Yeah. What do you
tell
want
me
to
what I need to do.
You want to do the Vietnam War on the Vietnamese side? Can we retake that?
Do not forget that your reputation is at stake every time you work with the group. Those that work hard and well with others are often commended, but those who come across as brash and lazy are often complained about. This behavior will result in a feeling of distrust and make you an unpopular choice in future projects. Offer to take on tasks when the group members are overwhelmed and do what's expected of you in a timely fashion. Lastly, we will be discussing organizational self-management skills, which are vital to the IAM. Because you have 8 classes, you can no longer rely on a single trapper keeper to contain all of your papers and organize them effectively. Being organized means learning how to effectively plan and manage activities, balancing your personal life with your school life, and arriving to class with the correct materials.
Oh shoot, I don't have a pencil. Hey, do you have a pencil I can borrow?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, class.
Oh no. What was the test on? Oh, we don't even know. Okay, that's fine. Is it on Wild Bananas? I don't even know at this point. Okay, let's just take a big L on this test.
It is important to keep a detailed agenda that describes upcoming tests and quizzes and work that needs to be done. A lot of people, even myself, didn't consider an agenda to be necessary in maintaining organization, but with 8 classes and a lot of work to do, it is very easy to forget assignments that are due. Also, make sure to get an individual binder for each class and set aside time to recycle old paper so that your binders don't get too crowded.
Okay, freshmen, after watching our videos, I hope that you have learned something about the ATLs and not make the same mistakes that we have. And I hope that you've enjoyed this year here. There's many opportunities that you can do and many clubs that you can join as well. Also, the teachers are very supportive and don't be afraid to ask them questions or make upperclassmen friends. Good luck, freshmen.